So yeah, recent developments. I got arrested. They were just about to book me into going upstairs, and I got chest pains, and so they had to take me to a hospital. So they released me at I don't know 2, 3 in the morning or something to the hospital. Who took me over, and then I stayed the night there, and they were because I got heart problems or whatever. I don't know. Shit feels funny, but that was 2 days ago. And then I caught a bus ride. I ended up having to walk like 2 miles, 3 miles back on a bad foot, and it's just fucked in Camarillo. Camarillo. Well, apparently, because I was released, they wanted to keep me till Tuesday for 11,550, and then resisting arrest. I go, you had like 6 30-year-olds. They couldn't control the situation enough for one 65-year-old with a heart problem. Okay, well, that pissed them off. Apparently, after uh, 2 years ago, I got written a bad registration ticket. I was on my way to the DMV that time. I remember it. And I went down. I told the guy that. He was cool, the cop was. And then I told the guy that. I go there, haggle with fucking DMV, but I pay him ultimately. So I get legal there and insurance, blah, blah, blah. But AI found the fact that I was I had let my insurance lapse in order to stay, survive. So I got it the first month, but then I let it lapse and didn't pay anymore because I couldn't afford it. Well, the insurance companies and DMV work hand in hand, so they know that I'm not insured or whatever anymore. They go, well, fuck, we'll cut the registration. Apparently, the registration it also what reflects upon your driving record, and so my driving privileges got suspended for 6 months. But then that action ended. Then I got a ticket up here in Thousand Oaks as I was on my way to the DMV. I paid them, but I didn't go to court on the ticket because I wouldn't have paid them. They knew it. Here's all the relevant shit, the ticket and everything. I showed them. They say that my license was suspended since uh, June or something of 2022, and I'm like, what? I've had so much contact. I just got arrested 2 days ago on this bullshit charge. A cop walks up to me, startles me while I'm digging in my doorway, makes up a lie saying I was slumped over my wheel, fucking all passed out. I was standing up outside the door, rooting there for a tube of fucking liquid for my foot. So they gotta lie. They gotta cover this shit just to make sense. So, and now they're trying to steal the truck. That's what they want to do. They're worried about Tracy, and she. We didn't. No one ever said that she would drive. Oh, we're watching both of you, and it's like you guys are all over it crazy. So I'm making this thing. I'm way underselling it. If I could let these cartoon character people, if they would do it on key, and I could replay the little thing, you would go, "What the fuck is what? What?" If it's that bad, but it's not fun. And I don't know what I'm going to do. So they say, oh, $332. Well, in my case, if that's the case, and the cops are stopping me, and I had the 332, can't I just give it to you now, and this problem is solved? Why all this other fucking lose days? What? How would I get there if I can't drive? So, yeah, we're kind of in a sticky situation. I don't know. Fuck everybody, you know. People are cruel, and I cannot bow down. I refuse. There's nothing. I might be all kinds of different piece of shit, whatever. It doesn't matter. I will never fucking break or bow down of this, even to the death. Because I might be a dick for a different bunch of ways, but the things I believe in passionately, and I believe they're correct based upon my personal, very unscientific, idiotic mind and what I perceived as events that have happened. I think that kid that talks about the electron at CERN might be righter than he knows because this doesn't feel anything like the camera saw I'm looking at. This doesn't feel like anything I've ever known. You know? And these people, this is a Camarillo. They live in the perfect little white community. Oh my God. Tennis courts and non contact sports and all kinds of, and play, swimming pools and smoking hot chicks. And the place is ridiculous. And they live in this illusion that there will be a place left by all to survive because it's so cool that it would be doing the world a disservice to break it all down, huh? Really? Because Southern California, beautiful, born and raised here. A lot of that is, but people have corrupted it to the point to where, as since I've had these memories of this is the I associate now those memories with evil and hateful thoughts about things. It brings out a definite visceral experience from me, and this doesn't. This is what I all. This is what I wanted to be. This is what I was this, and then this started turning on me. And I was like, oh, the more, the more they're side to side, the more there is, the wider divide. uh, Man, I was good with that too. I was fine with it being this. I thought, it's all right, man. Society has come to the point where there's bastions of refined culture. But in order to have that appearance on a movie set, you gotta like do some serious killing. Yeah, Camarillo, you don't know shit. Anyway, the thing with the cops was, and this is the third time this has happened to me. You could see in recent months, within 8 months, 9 months, the third time. I did get a filming one over at Ralph's. That's one between. But the tactic is to, well, this chick, she pulled up behind me, and apparently I was consumed with looking for antibacterial lotion, ointment to put on a boo boo of mine. And she sneaks up. She got about, I don't know, 20 feet away, and I jerked up and I looked. I go, "What do you want?" I said she was a cop. I'm hostile to him. And she goes, "Oh, I thought you were overdosed." I go, "Overdosed? What are you talking about?" I was standing there digging in my door. And she goes, "I saw you slumped over the wheel." I go, "What? Then how am I awake now?" So then this turned into, well, you parked a foot over the red. Then it turned into, well, I see your eyes are pinned, broad daylight. I can see your eyes are pinned. You might be under the influence. And I go, well, your eyes are pinned too. Now what? And this whole thing turned sour quickly. And then I get out, and they tell me that for the last 2 years of constant contact, they just arrested me and let me go. That, unbeknownst to me, and they gave me a thing saying this is your first time of notification, that I've lost my license for no reason. I'm all legal and paid up. Oh, $332 that I was supposed to make this court appearance. So you pay the ticket, and then you got to go to court to pay the court fee. I don't got time for that. I'm fucking homeless. You extend to me the rights that the rest of everybody else gets as far as homeless or homed people. Give me the rights and the place to where I've got a home too. Then you can hold me accountable to your little fucking bureaucratic bullshit. But I will fight this one to the death. This is bullshit. And I don't know what it is. Something about this truck, writings or something. Something, my stuff. They want to destroy the truck and Tracy and I. And they'll do it. They will fucking do it. So, yeah, we're in the state parking lot. It came to where Tracy had to call the highway patrol and tell them she was in fear for her life by a cop who was giving unlawful orders. And it looked like he was going to try to break in the fucking window if she said no anymore. Um, he was telling her she had to get out because I got stopped for a fucking thing that they know that I didn't know. And then I said, okay, whatever. And then that was should have been it. I wish I had film of that shit. Cause man, they're just going from one for another. They're not trying to, but they've effectively hobbled me because we cannot leave the truck alone. We cannot do anything to help our situation. They will not, and they want to have us and our stuff walking in Camarillo. And they said, because you won't take advantage of our homeless assistance. We go, it's not true. That's fucking Havelka has told them all that we're not any good to ban us. Saying, let's see, I'll tell you, St. Fernando's or something like that. A couple of churches, Lutheran, LSS, they all buy that shit. So we go out there and I stand there with my virtual fuck you signs, protest signs, and people give me money. And we need it because we're not getting done elsewhere. Well, they hate that. And they're willing to take away, like, where we sleep, where we live, basically. And we're not blessed. We are blessed in a long way, in a lot of ways. We are blessed. Because the rest of the world, there's a lot of poor people in the world. I personally believe that with increased super efficiency in technology and automation, that yes, of course we could have a planet of servant robots that do nearly everything. And the few people that did do percent of working force were exalted as being craftsmen at their art. Um, and then what do you do with the rest of everybody? Well, that's why. See, everybody had always envisioned a big party, and Klaus and George, they just want to have their mean little fucking Alpine Homo Club. Yeah. So life is it's about change and transmission. I believe that you can tell life should be hurtling through space. And as you come to a solar system, there's some tugs of gravity pulling you away. Along the way, though, there's also these massive objects just flying by, just at different angles. And you're still fucking looking at it. So you kind of like lean into the curve that way and then slide on maybe out of that little solar system and onto the next. But down the next one, you're slowed down so much, you get caught in their gravity well, and probably don't come in too smooth in the drunk planet that you are, so you just slam through planets. It's got an iron core and a big magnet flying through space, and it attracts things. Attracts the metallic element in whatever matter is forming out there. Because dirt must come from space too, right? I mean, if anybody believes in panspermium reproduction, then you would have to say that by definition, every person on Earth is an alien, including Jesus or whoever. Every time I make one of these, I say, you know, I hope I don't die. See you next time.